Hey guys, what's going on? This is Andrew here today, and we're finally back here with a casual video that I honestly haven't done in a little while just because I've been really lazy and work has just been kicking my ass. So, basically, I got a few games over the past few days, probably within like 2 to 3 weeks of each other, and I felt like now is a good time to start talking about it since the pile has built up a little bit. So all this was from GameStop, whether it was from me actually purchasing it from GameStop or at one point one of the items being purchased from a customer later on after my shift to basically just take it off his hands since we couldn't take it in. So yeah guys, let's start talking about what I got. So first off, I ended up picking up my copy of Horizon Forbidden West, which happens to be the sequel to a really good PlayStation game called Horizon Zero Dawn. So I unfortunately haven't played much of Zero Dawn. I have heard over the years it's one of the greatest games ever. So when Forbidden West was announced, I was actually very excited about it despite not playing Zero Dawn before. So I ended up picking this one up, playing it for about an hour or two, and realizing that I probably should have played the first one first because it explains a lot more of the story, because since technically that's the first one, this one is a sequel. So what I'm actually going to end up doing is playing all of Zero Dawn, and then I'm going to come back and basically restart this one. At least my manager said I should play the first one first, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm still happy to have this copy in my collection. My PS5 library is growing pretty fast, and considering I have some other pre-orders, especially Gran Turismo that I'm going to be getting soon, we're definitely going to see that expand even more. So yeah, really loving the PS5 so far, really loving how my library is expanding, and this is just one more great game to add to that collection. Alright guys, so next up, I also got myself a copy of Elden Ring for the Series X and Xbox One. So basically, I've heard about this game for a very long time. I've had to advertise it at GameStop for the past few months, and for a majority of the time, I knew absolutely nothing about the game. I didn't know the premise behind it, what kind of game it really was. I was kind of just talking out of my ass for the first few months of me actually advertising it, and it hasn't really been until the week before this game came out that I started looking into it more, and immediately I put a pre-order on that only a week before the game came out, and then the reviews started coming out, everyone started loving them, and next thing you know, I get the game day one, and I got some pretty cool pre-order bonuses as well, including a poster and a ring that matches the one in Elden Ring. So yeah, I ended up just getting hyped for the game much later in than a lot of other people, so I actually am very glad that I ended up picking this game up, because although I am terrible at the Dark Souls games, this one is a decent bit easier, and it actually is a really well-made game. I wish that the frame rate was a little better. I definitely think that they can optimize it a little more just to get that frame rate closer to 60, but other than that, the game does look really nice and play really nice, so I can't really complain about much. I wish I were better at the game. I absolutely suck at it so far, like I do at most video games, but I'm enjoying it so far. I'm happy I got my hands on it, and yeah, this is probably going to be one of my favorite games of all time when I'm done with it. So yeah guys, let's look at the next game. So the next game that we're looking at is actually a Sega Genesis game, and that is one that I should have had in my collection, but just for some reason never got to adding, and that is NBA Jam Tournament Edition for the Genesis. Well, I already said Genesis, but NBA Jam Tournament Edition for the Genesis. So one of the older managers that used to run my store actually came in with just a bunch of stuff to trade in. One of those was this one, and yes, believe it or not, once in a while we will take a retro game, but we can't actually sell it in store, so we send it to our warehouse where they sell it online once those are traded in, if you guys want to know that, Mark. But so he came in just to see if we could do something like NBA Jam, and unfortunately we couldn't. But in my favor, I asked him, I was like, hey, would you want me to take it off your hand for $5? Like, I don't have much cash on me right now, but if you want, I'll do that. So he didn't really care. I ended up buying the game from him for $5, and yeah, there's really not much for me to say. I thought NBA Jam looked pretty cool, so I am looking forward to actually playing this one on my Genesis. I just haven't played Genesis in a little while, but maybe this is one of the things that's going to get me back on it. I've heard this game is pretty cool. I've seen it, and honestly, I am pretty excited to give it a shot. So yeah, we got that one out of the way. Let's look at some of the other ones. Alright guys, so the rest of these games are going to be 360 games, and every single one of them were bought in the same day at the old GameStop location that I worked at. I still work at GameStop, I just work at a mall now. So yeah, the first one that I saw that I was the most surprised about was Guitar Hero 5, because I didn't even know that GameStop even took Guitar Hero games anymore, because anytime I had a customer that tried trading in any of them, whether it be 3, Aerosmith World Tour, Van Halen, Warriors of Rock, I really was never able to take them in because our system didn't allow it. But I guess they allowed for Guitar Hero 5 for some weird reason, or maybe there was a weird error and it just got put in our system. I really have no clue because I didn't even ask how we got it, but apparently we got it in for trade and we were allowed to take it. So there we go. I ended up getting another Guitar Hero game, and you guys know how big of a Guitar Hero fan I am, so very happy to add the 5th one to my 360 collection. I already own this on the Wii and the PS2, but decided to get it for the 360 as well, because I'm trying to get a full Guitar Hero collection across all consoles, even trying to collect all the instruments if I can over the next few years. So yeah, I'm not sure when I'm going to be playing this 100%, but I know that I'm definitely capable of FCing every single song in this game, since GH5 has one of the easiest song libraries to go for that, right next to Aerosmith, which I already did, by the way, way back in like 2014. So yeah, very interested in seeing how far I can get in the set list of this, and seeing if I can just hopefully full game FC it when I sit down and actually try to do it. So next up, I got Call of Duty 2 on the Xbox 360, and it's actually funny because for like 5 years I thought I had this game, but it turns out that Call of Duty 2 Big Red One is different than Call of Duty 2. I only had figured that out like 2 or 3 years ago, but now that makes me realize I'm also missing Call of Duty 1 in my basically full collection of Call of Duty. And actually no, I'm missing Black Ops 4 as well. So I'm missing Black Ops 4 and I'm missing Call of Duty 1 for the full Call of Duty franchise in my collection. So don't really know much about Call of Duty 2 at all. Don't really know how the multiplayer works. Don't know how good the campaign is. I mean, it has to be good if it's made by Infinity Ward, but I honestly have no idea because I've never even looked at the campaign of something like this. So I'm definitely interested to play this game and see how it plays. I don't know if the servers for the multiplayer are up. Obviously, the campaign's still going to be around, so that's what I'm going to be messing with once I sit down and play this one. Alright guys, so the last game on the list that I got was another shooter game, and that one happens to be Sniper Elite V2. So I'm going to say this I say this all the time, but I actually know nothing about the Sniper Elite series. I don't know how the games play. I don't know how the games look. I don't even know how the games are, but I do remember people being really happy when Sniper Elite 3 and 4 came out, just based on some of my friends that I heard that played it. So I wanted to give it a shot and just get myself a Sniper Elite game that I saw. So I think I also have the 3rd one on 360 from when I got a bunch of games from GameStop at a different time, but having another Sniper Elite game is not a bad thing. I definitely want to try them out and then play the rest of the series, because I know Sniper Elite 5 got announced, and I'd be definitely interested in playing those if I like the rest of these. So yeah guys, that's everything that I got from that lot of games. I can't think if I had anything else in that time, and if I did, it wasn't picture documented, so I'm not going to remember, since I kind of impulse buy things all the time and it's starting to become kind of scary. So yeah, that was everything I got in that time. The only other thing I can think of is that footrest that I mentioned in my video where I did the game room tour. Basically what it was, it's called the Game Rider. It had some drawers you can pull in and pull out, and then a top that you can take off, which basically acts as like a thing that you put at the end of a couch and just put your feet up on. I don't really know what you would call that, but it's called the Game Rider. That's the last thing I can think of, but yeah, that's everything that I got, and I'm happy with everything I got. So thank you guys for watching this video. Just remember that giveaway is happening pretty soon, since I'm getting really close to 1,000 subs, and I really want to thank you guys. So I will see you all in the next video. Keep your eye out for that giveaway.